My childhood was a colorful painting filled with happy moments. I grew up in a peaceful little village where every morning the sun always shone brightly, bringing gentle warmth. The chirping birds outside the window created a cheerful melody, welcoming a new day. As a child, I always felt that this vast world was my own playground, a place where I could freely explore and enjoy every moment. My best friend was a loyal dog named Blackie. We spent our days together, running across lush green fields where the soft grass brushed against our feet. I loved climbing tall trees to pick sweet fruits. Sometimes I fell, but I never cried. To me, it was just part of the adventure. In the evenings, my grandmother would tell fairy tales in her warm, soothing voice. Her stories transported me to a magical world where anything was possible. Those were precious memories that I always cherished. That childhood was simple, but full of joy. It taught me to love nature, to appreciate every ordinary moment, and to treasure the little things in life. My childhood memories are always associated with joyful and unforgettable moments. I had a special friend, a loyal dog named Blackie. Together, we roamed the vast green fields where the breeze was gentle and the sky stretched endlessly. I loved climbing trees to pick ripe, sweet fruits. Sometimes I fell, but I never cried. To me, each fall was just a new experience that made me stronger. During peaceful evenings, I eagerly awaited the moment I could sit beside my grandmother and listen to her fairy tales. Her warm, gentle voice lulled me into a dreamy world filled with wonders. Those stories not only fueled my imagination, but also taught me valuable lessons about life. I also loved the smell of the earth after the rain. It was a special scent that brought comfort and peace. Whenever it rained, I would run outside, jumping barefoot into puddles, letting the water splash around me. That feeling of freedom and happiness was truly unforgettable. Those childhood memories were simple, yet incredibly meaningful. They taught me to love nature, to cherish life's little moments, and to find joy in the simplest things. Though time has passed, I still remember those carefree days with a smile. These memories will forever stay in my heart, a treasure I will always hold dear. My childhood was not just about playful moments, but also about warm times with my family. Every day, my mother prepared delicious meals. The small kitchen was always filled with the inviting aroma of food, bringing a sense of warmth and peace. I loved the way my mother skillfully prepared each dish, making every meal a moment of love. Besides that, I enjoyed helping my father in the garden. He taught me how to plant flowers and patiently care for each sprout. I still remember the pride I felt when the first flowers bloomed, displaying their vibrant colors under the sun. They were a part of my childhood, a result of days filled with excitement and nurturing. Summer nights were the most wonderful times. My brother and I would chase fireflies, their tiny lights twinkling in the darkness like moving stars. We laughed, ran across the yard, and enjoyed every joyful second. When we visited the beach, we built sandcastles together, let the waves touch our feet, and felt the simple happiness of being close to nature. One of my greatest joys was collecting seashells by the river. Each shell, with its unique colors and shapes, became a precious treasure in my eyes. I cherished them like tiny gems, keeping them in a wooden box as a part of my childhood memories. Those memories, though simple, are deeply engraved in my mind. They helped me realize that happiness doesn't come from luxury, but from the simple moments spent with family, from love and connection. No matter how much time passes, I will always treasure those memories, for they are an essential part of my journey growing up. My childhood was not just about carefree games, but also about dreams and valuable lessons. Every night, I loved gazing at the starry sky. The twinkling stars, like tiny diamonds, shone brightly in the quiet night. As a child, I once dreamed of becoming an astronaut, flying into space to explore distant planets. Though that dream has not come true, it has nurtured my curiosity and love for the vast world beyond. My childhood was simple, yet it was filled with joy. Every passing day felt like a day of freedom and happiness. I didn't need expensive toys or luxurious trips, just running across the fields, listening to the wind, and admiring wildflowers along the roadside was enough to bring me peace. Time flies, and I have grown up, but my childhood memories remain intact in my heart. I remember the carefree days, free from worries, filled only with joy and excitement to explore the world. I remember my family, the laughter over dinner, the bedtime stories, and the invaluable lessons my parents taught me. Childhood is not just a phase of life. It is the foundation that shapes who I am today. It taught me to appreciate small things, to love nature, and to value my family and the relationships around me. These lessons will stay with me forever, reminding me of the beauty of simplicity and gratitude. Though I cannot turn back time to relive those days, I know that my childhood will always live on in my heart. It is a priceless treasure that I will carry with me throughout my life. A collection of beautiful memories that I will always cherish and tell over and over again. My childhood is a priceless treasure, a part of my memory that I will always cherish. Though time moves forward, those memories remain vivid in my mind, like old pages of a book that never fade. I remember the innocent days when I felt the vast world belonged to me, where I could run freely without any worries. As time passed, I grew up and became busy with life, yet sometimes I still sit back and reminisce about my childhood. I remember waking up to the bright sunlight streaming through the window, the chirping birds, and the afternoons spent running across the fields with my dog, Blackie. I remember the evenings listening to my grandmother's stories, her warm voice like a soothing melody lulling me into peaceful sleep. Those memories still live within me, an inseparable part of my life. Childhood is not just a time of playing. It is a period that shapes who I am today. It taught me to appreciate the little things, to love nature, and to understand that happiness doesn't always come from grand things. Sometimes it is simply the moment of being with family, feeling the warmth of love. Though I cannot turn back time to relive those moments, I know that my childhood memories will always stay in my heart. They remind me of my roots, of the precious lessons I received from my parents, from nature, and from the carefree days of youth. I am grateful for these memories because they have helped me realize that no matter how life changes, sincerity and simplicity will always be the most important values. Childhood is a part of life that I will forever treasure. It is not just a collection of beautiful memories, but a story I want to tell again and again. A story of joy, innocence, and the wonderful moments I was lucky enough to experience.